Moses, because the Israelites had begun to grow larger than the Egyptians. Pharaoh puts out a decree, said all of the baby boys that are born, we're going to take them and throw them into the Nile. Now, I want you to put a thumb note in your mind on the Nile River, all right? Because we're going to come back to it. It's not Bible study. It's something like Bible study, all right? So now Pharaoh is nervous because the Israelites are now growing and becoming a great army. Pharaoh and all of his power is nervous. So he said, we're going to take all the baby boys, throw them into the Nile and kill them. But the Bible declares that it was two Levites that got married and they have a baby. But the Bible said that the mother saw that this baby boy was different. Listen, a mother knows. I'm telling you, my mother used to tell me some stuff about me that only I knew. A mother can encourage a child, not that the father can't, but a mother has a special connection with the baby. I didn't understand it. My mother would say, don't do that. And I said, well, Mama, you don't know what she's talking about. I said it under my breath. You know, my mama didn't play. Couldn't whisper, not even in the room. And she saw him, which leads me to imply she didn't see him physically. She saw something inside of him and knew who he would become. So she went against everything that Pharaoh had decreed. You know the story. She takes now what some say she made a little baby ark. You know, you read it, you'll see how she did everything that Noah had to do, except it was a smaller version.
All right.
She takes now this baby that, listen to me, that's supposed to be dead according to Pharaoh, and places him in the Nile. I told you I was coming back to the Nile.
All right. All right.
So now Pharaoh said, take the baby boys that are born and throw them in the Nile and drown them. But you have to understand, the midwives, the Bible text will tell you, the midwives believed in God. They said, no, we can't do that. So they told Pharaoh, said, they too quick. When they had, next thing we know, the baby's out. We couldn't. You read it, it's in the text. I'm not making it up. But this woman said, no, I'm not going to do that because I see something in him. And the Bible declared now she pushes him in the Nile. I don't know what was in the Nile. Snakes, crocodiles, alligators, I don't know. Listen, I don't know what was in the Nile, but she said, I'm not worried. Did she not put her trust in God?
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
So she said, I know. I'm going to show you how God is. Can I show you how bad my God is? God now, if you would, orchestrates everything. Look at God right here. So God said, well, you know, Pharaoh's daughter bathes at this time. She takes the baby, pushes him out. Pharaoh's daughter is bathing. God said, then take the little baby's sister and walk her around the way and let her eavesdrop. I think what we call that today, ear hustle. She was ear hustling. She went around and she was ear hustling of what was going on. So now the baby now comes where Pharaoh's daughter is. When the servants get the baby, pick the baby up. And the Bible declares that she makes that baby her own. Look at God preparing this child
All right.
ahead of time for where he's going to be.
All right.
God will prepare you ahead of time
Yes.
where he knows you're going to
Yes.
All right.
All right.
You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. I said God is going to prepare you ahead of time for where he knows you're going to be. So the Bible declares, the sister's ear hustling, and she says, do you want me to find somebody to take care of the baby? They say, yeah. She goes back and get her mama. Only God is able to do that.
All right.
And the Bible declares, you got to read it for yourself. The Bible declares, she comes back, look at God orchestrate this. Now, if God was able to do it then, he's able to do it now.
All right.
But she had to have faith enough to know that God was going to make it all right. Look at this now. She pushed the baby away one moment. Now she got the baby in her arms the next. God and God alone. Mm-hmm. God will do some things in our lives that will blow our mind.
Yes, he will.
If we just trust him. Just trust him. And so the Bible declares now that she has him. And now he's older now. Now she takes the baby back to Pharaoh's daughter. But he's a Hebrew. He don't belong in no Egyptian palace. Wasn't no house. Don't belong there. But look at God. God said, well, since this is where you already going to be, let me teach you the customs. Oh, you didn't get it.
All right.
Let me teach you how they do in Egypt.
All right.
Because you were born a Hebrew. So don't be uncomfortable when God sends you.
Yes.
To the Egyptian house.
Mm-hmm.
What I do, Pastor, don't panic. Learn the customs.
Yes.
Well, how you do that and why you doing that? Be nosy. Why you doing that and how you do that and how long does it take to do that? Look at him now in the house. He was supposed to be dead. That's what I want you to get.
Amen.
He was supposed to be dead. So the Bible declares now that he's in the palace and he goes out and he's checking on his brother. Which leads me to believe that he didn't forget where he came from.
Right.
So he said, well, let me check on my Hebrew brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's King James. Brother, you see this in there. And the Bible declares that he notices one of his brethren being done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible declares that he's a little upset about it. You got to read this in there. And he looks left, he looks right, but if he gets to look up. The Bible declares that he kills the man.
Come on now.
Yeah, he kills him.
Come on.
And not only did he kill him, but he covered up the crime scene.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you read this in the text. He covered, the Bible says he killed him.
Come
and
on,
buried
Pastor.
him in the sand.
All right.
Come on.
And thought that all was well.
Yeah.
But so he goes out another time, as is would usually do, and he sees two of them fighting against one another. He reaches out to him and he tells him, he say, the one that started, he said, well, why are you fighting? Why are you beating him up for? He said, well, you don't think nobody saw what you did.
Uh-oh.
What are you going to do? Kill me?
Ooh.
Like you killed him?
Ooh.
And buried him in the sand?
Ooh.
Is that what you're going to do?
Come on.
Moses. Moses got nervous.
Yeah.
He said, I hope Pharaoh don't find out. Because if Pharaoh finds out, I'm done.
Yeah.
The Bible declares that Moses discovered that Pharaoh found out. And he leaves, the Bible says, and goes to Midian, to the desert. Now he finds himself in the desert.
Yes.
Imagine that. Palace one day, desert the next.
Yes.
eating and dining diadociously.
Oh no. That's a new word. He
In
made
the
that
desert looking for something to eat.
All right.
I'm in the palace and I'm dressing and I'm riding. I'm in the desert now and
Yeah.
I'm walking on these sandals and my feet are hot.
Yes.
How did I find myself here?
Yes.
Moses, what happened? The Bible declares now that Moses then meets Zipporah, and he gets married. And when he gets married, now he's watching his father-in-law's flock, Jethro's flock, and there he has an encounter with God.
All right.
Yeah, an encounter with God.
Yes.
Here's what I want you to understand. I don't care what you've done on this side of heaven. God has forgiven you. That's why I'm telling you, you got to move to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have breath in your body, you got to move. You can't stay in the same place.
That's right.
The Bible declares now, Moses now, on the backside of the mountain. And he's there, and the Bible declares that he runs into a bush. Now, some scholars believe that in the desert at that time, it was nothing for a bush just to ignite. But what was different about this was the Bible declares that it was burning, but never burnt up.
Right.
That's right.
That's what caught his attention. I'm in the desert. It's hot. There's another one. Oh, okay. Can you imagine? Oh, there's another one. It says burning up. But now, can you imagine when he looked, he said, now, I walked past that one about 3 minutes ago, and it was burning, but that seemed like the same fire, the same heat.
Right.
And that's what caught his attention. And then God began to speak to him.
All right.
He said, Moses, I got something for you to do. I need to take you to the next level. You done got comfortable
Yeah.
in the desert. I'm all right in the desert. Things are well. I have learned to adapt
Right.
in the desert. But God said, I didn't call you. Listen to me. I didn't keep you. I didn't have your mama put you in the Nile to kill you.
Tell the story. Yes.
I put you in I had your mama put you in the Nile to save you.
Yes.
All right.
So you save others.
Yes.
Now, Moses, the task that's before you is a tall task.
Yes, it is.
Now, God, I know you're saying and wondering in your mind, now, Pastor, didn't you just say that Moses killed a man?
Yes.
Didn't you just tell me, Pastor, that Moses killed a man and then covered up the evidence?
Ooh.
Swept the crime clean, wiped the blood up, did everything. Didn't you just tell me that?
Yes.
Didn't you tell me that it was a cold case?
Right.
Discovered the body. Didn't you tell me then after that he fled the scene?
Yes.
How about Moses? We're talking about Moses.
Yes.
And now, Pastor, now you're telling me that God's going to use a fugitive.
Come on now.
To run.
Yes.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm saying. Don't listen. Don't get in yourself. And
Yes.
I think I'm using it right. Don't get all about yourself. God can't use me. What I done. No. Knock it off. I told you it was going to be rough, didn't I? I told you it was going to be rough. Knock it off. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Let me break it down. Stop being so sensitive.
Right.
Right now.
Huh.
All right, guys.
Can I share something with you?
Yes, come
I don't
on.
care what you did. Somebody's done something worse. Listen to me. And God has used them.
That's right.
All right.
That's
So
right.
don't settle for the level
Yes.
you're on.
Ooh.
Shake yourself
Yes.
and say, I'm moving to the next level.
Yes.
And I know that God is going to be with me.
Yes.
Now, what I
Yes.
find very, very interesting here is that God speaks and makes Moses his man.
Yes.
If it had been us, we'd have said, God, I want to have a conversation with you.
Yes.
How can you possibly use? See, that's the way we think.
Yes.
And I told you, we got to get it right. We got to get it right. Stop, oh God, stop thinking that you ain't never done nothing.
All right.
Preach, sir.
All right.
I wish that was a plainer way. I wish it was a nicer way, but I wouldn't say it if it was. Listen, here's what I want you to understand. God can use whoever he
wants.
chooses.
Yes, that's right.
Preach, sir.
Yes. Yes.
So it's not up for us to say, why?
Right.
It's not for us to say, why? God now has dialogue with Moses. Moses, I need you to go and free my people. Moses, God, well, you know I have some problems.
Uh-huh.
The Bible declares, and some scholars believe, that he had a speaking problem.
Uh-huh.
And some scholars believe that he stuttered.
Uh-huh.
But God said, I don't care.
That's right.
Because I know what's in you. And so
That's right.
the Bible declares now that after the long dialogue, he said, okay, Aaron is on his way.
Huh.
Unbeknownst
Yeah.
to Moses.
Right.
Because Moses was trying to get out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever tried to get out of something that God's pushing you to do?
Right.
Look out, look out.
God's pushing you to do it. You know it's God. Because you
Come on now.
You said you spoke to God and you have a relationship with God and you know God and he speaks to you and he talks to you. But when he tells you something to do, all of a sudden you get amnesia. God has sent you. He sent you. And Moses is trying to get out of it. God said, no. But you know what God was doing? He was just getting him to get his confidence up. Because if you go back and you read the plagues, I do believe that the first 7, I do believe it was his brother Aaron that came and God spoke to Aaron to speak to the people.
All right.
All right.
But after Moses had got his confidence, Moses said, I got this now. What are you saying, Pastor? I'm saying sometimes God will send an Aaron to you.
Yes.
All right.
To help you.
Yes.
Till you can believe in yourself. And guess what? It's okay.
That's right.
It's okay. So now the dialogue ensues. And so now Moses, the 10 plagues. And God is simply saying, I just want you, Moses, to do what I called you to do.
Right.
Moses, I want you to know I'm the same God.
Mm-hmm.
That I know you're scared, Moses, I know, but I'm the same God that kept you when you were born.
That's right.
Only by the grace of God.
Yes.
So now when we look here at our text, the Lord finds Moses at the Red Sea.
Mm-hmm.
The plagues have occurred, and now Pharaoh is chasing the children of Israel.
Uh-huh.
And Moses now finds himself between a rock and a hard place.
Yes.
And the Red Sea is before him.
Yes.
He hears the rumbling of the chariots
Behind him. Yes.
And the Bible declares that the Lord tells Moses, say, why are you crying out to me? Tell the people to move.
Tell the people to move.
It's
Yes.
about movement.
Yes.
It's about movement. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yes.
Now Moses, that rod that you used back in Egypt,
Yes.
you saw the signs and the wonders.
Mm-hmm.
He said, pick up that same staff
Yeah.
and raise your hand. Now watch this now. He tells Moses to do something. It's only effective when it's being done.
That's right.
Preach, sir.
Are you with me?
Preach, sir.
If Moses would have just stood there with the rod, I'm quite sure that God wouldn't have moved. But when God speaks to us, it's something that he wants us to do as well.
Right.
Well, it tells me, he said, pick up the rod and hold it over the sea. And we're not talking about a lake. We're not talking about a river.
Come on,
We're
preach
talking
it.
about a sea.
Preach it.
I'm not a
Yes.
fisherman.
Yes.
But I know the difference
between a
river, a lake, and a sea.
All right.
Preach, sir.
He didn't tell him to hold it over the lake.
right.
He said hold it over the
Come
sea.
on now. Yes.
And the sea, you can only see so far out.
That's right.
Woo.
I remember when I went on a cruise, I got
Yeah.
nervous when I couldn't see buildings. All I saw was all that water. I could swim, but I said that's too much water to be drinking. That's a sea.
Right.
Yeah. So now imagine in your mind.
Yes.
Say now, I want you to hold your rod and divide the water so the children of Israel can walk through the middle of the sea on dry ground. I got messed up when I read it. Many
Oh,
times I
yes.
read it, I got messed up when I read it this time. Can I tell you why? It had not happened yet. God speaking in advance.
Come on.
Preach, sir.
Woo.
God is speaking in advance.
Yes. Yes.
So listen. So when God speaks to you
Yes.
in advance,
In advance.
know that it's gonna happen.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you proof in a minute. And I will. Here it is.
That's right.
Woo! Anytime you see I will, God said you don't have to worry about it. I got this. I know your homies. I know your road dogs. I know they say they down with you. I know your Ace Coon Boom. I know all them cats that say they down with you. But nobody gets my back like God.
Preach, sir.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you, nobody, I probably make a song of nobody can get my back like God.
All right.
Listen what the text says. I will harden the hearts of the Egyptian, your trouble. Your trouble. People that's giving you a problem. I'll harden the Egyptians, and they will charge in after the Israelites. My great glory will be displayed through Pharaoh and his troops, his chariots and his charioteers. Let me read that. When my glory is displayed through them, all Egypt will see my glory and know I am the Lord. God is working. Listen to me now. He's working. Listen to me. Oh, God. He's working on Moses.
Yes.
He's working on the children of Israel.
All right.
And he's also working on the Egyptians. He's working on Moses because he said, Moses, you my man.
All right.
$100 grand.
All right.
You my man, Moses. You are my man. And so it don't matter what you say. He's working on the Egyptians because he wants them to know you ain't nothing, Pharaoh,
All right.
compared to my power. He's working on the Israelites saying there's only one God.
Only one God. That's
And
right.
I'm going to show you this one God.
Mm-hmm.
Note how God now. Then the angel of God, who had been leading the people of Israel, moved. Look at God. He all in
now.
there. When we move, God moves.
That's
Preach,
right.
sir.
Right.
Can I say it again? When we move, God moves.
Yeah.
Amen.
They were traveling. They were moving.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of their moving, their motion, God is moving. They don't recognize it because they're moving. There are times when you're moving you don't recognize. Have you ever been going through something and you decide I'm just going to just work my way through it, I ain't going to worry about it, I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm just going to keep pushing. And then next thing you know, it didn't work out and you're so busy pushing that you didn't realize it worked out. And then when God worked it out, he taps you on your shoulder and says, see, it's all
Right.
because they were moving.
Yeah.
And so he said, now instead of leading you, he said, I'm going to protect you. So he moved to the rear because that's where the trouble was. The songwriter had it right. He said, Lord, be a fence all around me
Yeah.
Every day.
every day. And then psalmist said it right. He said, goodness and mercy shall
Yeah.
follow me. Not before me, but
Follow me.
The Lord is before me. Goodness and mercy take care of me.
Woo!
All right.
Yes, 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 yes,
It
yes.
said to move to the rear.
Yes.
And then the pillar of a cloud also moved from the front and stood behind them. look at God. The clouds settled now between them. God is still working. God is still working. And imagine now Moses with the people, and he sees this. God is encouraging him. And the Israelite camp, as dark fell, the cloud turned into fire. Lighting up the night. But the Egyptians and the Israelites did not approach each other all night.
Yes, sir.
What does that speak? Don't worry.
That's right.
God's got it.
God's got it.
Don't let your ears fool you. Let your eyes prove it.
Yes.
Come on now.
Can I make it plain?
Yes.
Don't let your ears fool you. What they say, if it hadn't happened, if my eye didn't see it, I'm not going to believe it.
Right.
So don't get discouraged by your ears.
Huh.
I
Yeah.
know what it sounds like. Pastor, where you going? They heard the chariots.
Yeah.
They heard the chariots. But the Bible declares they didn't get close.
Huh.
They didn't get close. So look what it said. The wind, the Bible said, and then Moses now raises his rod now. He does what God gives him to do. He raises his rod over the sea, and the Lord opened up the path through the water with a strong east wind. It was the Lord. The wind blew, the Bible says, all night, turning the seabed into
Dry land.
to dry. Now, in my studies, I tell you what I discovered. Some scholars talked about how wide the area that the children of Israel went through and how deep the mud was. And you know as well as I know that you can dry an area, but it's not going to be dry enough to walk on. I told you we're talking about a sea.
Yes.
But
Woo.
look at God.
Can't even imagine.
I told you it was already happening before.
Yes.
They got there. And so the east wind now blows, turning the seabed into dry
Land.
ground.
Yeah, dry ground.
And now the Bible declares, so the people of Israel walked through the middle. Oh, God. Of the sea on dry ground with walls of water on each
East
side.
side. That's right.
Some scholars believe that it was Moses' faith that encouraged them. That's why I said at the very beginning, it's going to take us to encourage somebody else. Some scholars believe the people were moving, but can you imagine now? We're all standing at the Red Sea. What we see is a sea. And all of a sudden, the water parts. Pretty much for me, I'm going to be like, God called you to do it. If you go and you get through there halfway, I'm probably going to follow you. Do you see what God was doing to Moses?
Yeah.
He said, Moses, you have to trust me.
Mm-hmm.
And they began to walk. Now, I'm going to give you 3 points. I'm going to be done. Watch this now. So how do I know God will be with me? Because you have to speak to yourself and say, I believe what God said. What did God say?
Yes.
God said, Moses, you are my man.
All right. All right.
He said, Moses, I want you to go and deliver my people. And Moses, you have to do everything that I've told you to do. And as we looked through the text, we saw where every time that God spoke and told Moses to do something, it happened.
Yes.
So Moses said, I believe what God said.
Yes.
All right.
We have to believe what the word of God tells us
yes.
to do.
Right. Right.
The Bible declares that we are more than conquerors.
That's right.
All right.
The Bible also shares with us that we are the head and not the tail. We are above and
not beneath.
Not beneath. So I'm going to believe what God says. That's what kept Moses moving. Moses had a problem and I couldn't talk right, but God said, all I need for you to do is move, and I will be with you.
Yeah.
Point number 2 is I'm going to believe. I believe God will do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you know that Moses believed that God was able?
Uh-huh.
Because Moses kept on moving.
All right.
And if he didn't believe what God said, then Moses would have stayed on the backside of
Yes,
the
yes.
mountain. But I can imagine Moses say, well, God has brought me through some trying times. His mother was not there to tell Moses, I'm the one that put you in the Nile.
Yes.
I am the one that protected you and sent you to Pharaoh's daughter.
Uh-huh.
She wasn't there to encourage Moses, say, I was the one that nurtured you.
Yeah.
Moses, what did you do? Moses said, I believe that God will do it.
Yes.
So God tells me to go down to Egypt land.
Mm-hmm.
And God tells me to tell Pharaoh to let my
people go. Yeah.
And if God tells me to tell Pharaoh that blood is going to run throughout Egypt if you don't let my people go, I believe that it's going to happen. Moses said, I believe that God told me to tell Pharaoh, if you don't let my people go, locusts will devour all of you.
Woo! Yes.
And as you can see, the Bible declares that very thing happened.
Yeah.
Moses said, I believe God will do it for me. And you see Moses now standing before the Red Sea. And God tells Moses to raise his rod.
Yes.
My third point, and we're going to go home here, is I believe that, and I'm going to watch God do it. I'm going to watch God do it. I'm here to let you know that you have to believe what God said. And then you have to believe that God will do it.
Yeah.
And then all I want you to do is watch God do it. And how do you know that God is able?
Yes, yes.
Well, we have to go back to the Red Sea. Moses, can you narrate the same for me?
Yes.
Moses said, well, I was found myself at the Red Sea. I found the chariots behind me.
Yes.
With the best fighting men that they had.
Yes.
I found Pharaoh chasing me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I cried out to God, and when God heard my cry, the Bible says that God began to speak to Moses.
Yeah.
He said, Moses, I want you to know that same rod that you used in Egypt land is the same rod that you're going to use to part the Red Sea.
Yes.
Can you see Moses now?
All right.
Standing before the Red Sea. See him now. When God speaks to him, he does everything that God charged him to do.
Yes.
Takes the rod, raises it above the sea. And what did happen? Moses said, I watched God part the Red Sea for me. I watched God work on my behalf. I know you're saying, well, Pastor, what does that have to do with me? Well, God said, you need to go to the next level. Well, how can I move to the next level, you have to know that God will take care of you on the next level. God will be with you on the next level. You're not there by yourself.
That's right.
How can I stand on the next level? You have to know that God will be with you on the next level. The next level will be tempting. The next level you might be uncomfortable. The next level you might be discouraged. The next level, you might be misunderstood. The next level, but I'm here to let you know when you make it to the next level, God will meet you there. How do I know that God is going to meet me on the next level? Moses, come talk to me. Tell me what happened when you got on the other side of the Red Sea. God said, Moses, do what I say. I'm going to take you through the Red Sea, and then all I want you to do is turn around and watch. Well, what am I watching? Watch your enemies that you seen. You don't have to worry about them no more. God will take care of you on the next level. So I know that when I make it to the next level, not if I make it, but when I make it, my God, my Lord and my Savior, same God that spoke the world into existence, same God that put the moon and the stars in orbit, same God that called the birds to fly in the air and the fish to swim in the sea. Same God that created mankind. Man was laying there with no breath. And God breathed breath into man. Same God that sent his son Jesus to die for our sins. Same God had his son bear the sins of the whole world. Same God took him down into hell. Same God that raised him on the third day. Same God that kept him is the same God that will keep you on the next level. So when I make it to the next level and it gets a little tiring, I am gonna tell my tiredness, I am the Lord. I am the Lord and I belong to him. I'm gonna tell discouragement, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. I'm going to tell disappointment, I'm not worried about what you say. My God told me I am the head and not the tail. When I make it to the next level, I'm going to tell my money, no more. You will multiply, not add. I'm on the next level, and God promised me, he said to me, I know the promise that I have for you. I know all that you're going through, but more than that, I know what's on the inside of you. So when you get to that next level, you have to be like Moses. Make your excuses, but you have to move. Tell your neighbor, say it's time to move. Come on, tell your neighbor. Say it's time to move. I'm not going to be here forever. God has a plan for my life. And my plan doesn't keep me in the desert. I'm on my way back to Egypt land. I'm on my way back to the place where it all started. See how God took care of Moses, brought him back to Egypt land. See him now. God takes him from near death by way of the palace through the desert,
Yes, Lord.
only to encourage him and let him know he shall be with you. So don't be discouraged.
Mm-mm.
Well, what do I do, Pastor? You got to move. You got to move. You got to move. Because if you don't, despair, discouragement, defeat will become your best friend. They'll become your support system. But I'm telling you, when you move and you get to that next level, you say, I can't believe what I've been missing. Whew. Your breakthrough is on the next level.
All right.
That thing you've been praying for, the answer is on the next level. But you got to go get it.
All right.
You got to go get it. Moses. Imagine if he would have stayed in the desert. It's not that God couldn't have used someone else. But God was preparing him
Amen.
with everything that he went through. So everything that we go through, he's preparing us. Preparing us? He's making us stronger. Left up to us, first sign of trouble, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
God did not promise us that it would be easy. But he did promise us he would be with us.
Yes, he did. There it is.
So when,
Yes.
hear me now. So when discouragement comes, and it's going to come, you say, that's okay. Because it's a scripture for discouragement. God did not give us the spirit of fear.
Yeah. Right.
He gave us a sound mind.
Mm-hmm.
It was a spirit of confidence, timidity, and a sound mind. The devil comes like a roaring lion, making a whole lot of noise. But God said he'd give us peace.
Yes.
And sometimes in our lives, that's all we need.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever just said, I just want peace? Is that too much to ask for? It's on the next level. Can I tell you why? And I'm through. You know why? You know why? Everything you've been asking for is on the next level? Because on the level you're at, there's no room. All your friends are there.
All right, Pastor.
Like your crutches.
On your
Yeah.
crutches ain't no room.
Mm.
Everything that you comfortable with is in that, on that level. I'm just gonna stay here. So God can know. But if you were to invite him in, would it be enough room for him on the level you're at? So he gonna take you to the next level and let him furnish the house.
Mm-hmm.
Let him furnish the house. Goodness, mercy, grace, peace,
Mm.
serenity,
Mm-hmm.
understanding, hope, strength
Mm-hmm.
is on the next level. But we have to move. And when we move, I showed it to you in the Bible. When Moses moved, God was right there with him.
Yes.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
As they moved to what they thought was the end. Ooh. Ooh. Moses, listen, I'm trying to be through with this, but somebody needs to hear this. Moses should have been dead twice.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make it clear? When he was born, kill every firstborn boy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Red Sea before him. He should have been dead according to man. But just like God kept him and saved him
Yes.
from his beginning,
Mm-hmm.
God said, I'm the same God
That's right.
that will keep you at your Red Sea. So when you get to your Red Sea, know that God will be with you. And I want you to look at your experience and say, it's just an elevator to take me to the next level. Just like God took care of Moses, I want you to know he'll take care of you. He's going to take care of you.
Yes,
But
he
Pastor,
will.
how do you know? Because he's been taking care of you.
Yes.
But he's saying everything that you've been praying for and you've been asking God for is on the next level.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he says, for you, you have to go do it.
Mm-hmm.